All right, here we are, day 6. Got dropped off at Dix Creek Gap by the shuttle. Used the city shuttle, and it's a bunch of us. Maybe about 8 or 10 hikers. So I let them go ahead a little bit so I can do this video. So day 6, plan today is to cross into North Carolina and camp somewhere in North Carolina tonight. So just finished doing a climb out of the gap, so a little winded, but there's everybody else up ahead. There's a guy behind me somewhere, but looks like he's gonna warm up into the low 50s today, so that's good. All right, here we are. We're a little over 2 hours in for the morning. It's about 11:30. We've been kind of leapfrogging some other hikers that were on the shuttle with us, walking with them, and then we'll get ahead of them. They'll get ahead of us. So everybody's pretty much going to either shelter option number 1 or shelter option number 2 for the night. So to see how it goes, but so far today, no wind so far, so that's been nice. It's a little cool. It's probably well, let's see what it is. If I can find my thermometer. It's 45 degrees. So it's not a bad temperature to hike in with no wind. So we got a little bit of this little sorted down, then we got another kind of slow, gradual up with a couple small little ups and downs in the overall up as we work our way towards the border. We are, I think it was maybe 4.5-ish from the border. So probably within the next 2 hours, we should walk our way out of Georgia. One of the gentlemen we were hiking with is from England. The chill guy there was having all kinds of conversations with him about food and culture and all that good stuff. Beans and toast and stuff like that. All right. Well, anything interesting comes up, we'll record it. All right, sun is starting to come out. That's nice. It's about 12:05. Making our way. We stopped for a little bit, talked to through hiker who's through hiking with his dog. It's a little Chihuahua named Taco. He's got to weigh like 2 pounds maybe. Taco was pretty cool. So we talked to him for a minute. Already had the first half of my sandwich. Save the second half for maybe when we get to the border. Have a little border sandwich. That's our views right now. So we're walking kind of down, and that's what we got to look at as we walk down. If we go down, we got a little up, and then we start kind of a slow, long up. It's like a mild, I say mild, but just kind of going over several miles till we get to the border. And we'll be sure to video at the border as we celebrate crossing off the first state. Border's about mile 78. I'll also mark Chill Guy's longest hike. He's done 77 before several times, but he's never done anything more than 77 in one stretch. So today we get several milestones. Number 1, the border. Number 2, every step trail guide takes after the border, he'll be setting a new personal best for longest hike he's ever done. So that's pretty cool. So, talking about Hiawassee, the town we stayed in. It's a pretty cool little town, has everything hikers need. There's an outfitter, got restaurants, got places to stay. And Ingles, a very nice Ingles. They got the whole deli, the hot food, the Starbucks. That's kind of part of it. So, I mean, they got, salad bar, all that good stuff. Really nice Ingles. So, good place to stay and resupply. All right. I'm gonna, since we got some steps here, I don't want to fall. Let me go ahead and cut you off for now. Okay, everybody, see those people up there? They're taking lunch because they're standing on the border. So we're gonna get the border here in a minute. Georgia will be checked off the list. All right, one state down. Bly Gap. This is the famous tree at Bly Gap. And this is one of two short, you can kind of see the top, but incredibly steep ups. These are your welcome to North Carolina hills. So we're about to go die on these hills. So I'll get back with you later. All right, we just finished the two back-to-back hella climbs when you first get into North Carolina. They're definitely the steepest and hardest climbs thus far. And they're back to back. You do one, then you walk for maybe 5 minutes. Just long enough to kind of catch your breath, and then you do the second one. So now we go kind of all down, and we got another climb. Shouldn't be as bad as those two, from what I can remember from last time. It's not as bad. Then there's a shelter, but it's only 3:15, so I doubt we're going to be staying in that shelter. This is what we're walking on. Kind of slush and wet roots and get a little slick. But so plan would be pass up that shelter. The next shelter is probably another 4 miles, 4.5 miles. Maybe we'll go there. We'd like to be stopped by 6 p.m. so we got time to set up and do all that kind of stuff before it gets dark. So if we can't make the second shelter by 6 p.m., we'll start looking for a place to just stealth camp somewhere around 6 o'clock. So that's the plan. Let's see what we're walking next to on that side. And then on this side. So that's that. All right. We'll holler back at you when we get to this next climb. All right, here we are. We just passed the first shelter. We're at just past mile marker 82. So we're trying to get to 83, 84, maybe another mile or two. Then we're gonna find a place to camp. So that'll get us a mile or two ahead of that group and a mile or two closer to where we want to stay tomorrow night. So we'll come back when we get to our campsite. All right, here we are. This is actually the morning of day 7. I didn't do an ending video last night. I thought about it when I got in the tent and I couldn't get the lighting good. So here it is. There's Chill Guy packing up his Tyvek ground sheet. So we wound up hiking a little over 2 miles past the shelter to this little gap here. There's the trail right there going that way, northbound. And as you can see, there's a nice little flat spot. People have camped here before, and I was right there. You can kind of see the mark where my tent was. And that was that. Had really good night's sleep. It was only in the mid to high 40s last night. A little windy, but good night's sleep. So that's the end of day 6. We got to mile marker 83.1. It was just under 14 miles. And today, day 7, we'll be starting out, planning to do 15-ish to Betty Creek. That's probably where we're gonna go. And we'll catch you on the next episode with day 7.